for staying with us and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin with a story from Venezuela. Public school teachers across Venezuela had planned to use their annual vacation bonus to buy uniforms for their children, among other things. Some expected to get $100, while others calculated a little more or less depending on their years of service and advanced degrees. Some also thought that they would also get around $200. The government, however, paid them only a tiny fraction of that. So a few days into their long break, teachers have been marching by the thousands around the country, threatening to strike when school resumes or possibly even to abandon their profession. One of the educators expressed that she currently does not have a pencil for her children to start classes in September. In response to the unrest, the government announced Friday through a lawmaker that it will pay the bonus in full this week. But Venezuela's teachers are long accustomed to seeing televised economic promises that aren't kept, so they are waiting until they get their monies before changing course. Elementary and high school educators in the crisis-wrecked country on an average earn about $50 a month, ranking among the lowest paid in Latin America. The government pays them a vacation bonus in a single payment at the end of every school year in July. The National Budget Office based this year's bonus on a 1.52 monthly minimum wage of 2021 instead of a $30 rate that took effect in April. The government also paid teachers only 25% of the unexpectedly low bonus and did not set a date to disburse the rest. Now for some international news. Jury selection began on Monday at R. Kelly's U.S. trial in his hometown of Chicago, where the R&B singer faces charges that he rigged his 2008 child pornography trial. The singer is accused of threatening and paying off a girl who he allegedly filmed himself having sex with when he was around 30 and she was no older than 14. Jurors acquitted Kelly on all charges in that 2008 trial, some explaining later that they felt they had no choice because the girl did not testify. The woman, now in her 30s and referred to in the filings as only minor one, will be the government's star witness in the upcoming federal trial. Kelly, 55, goes into Chicago federal court on Monday, already sentenced by a New York federal judge to a 30-year prison term for a 2001 conviction on charges he used his fame to sexually abuse other young fans. Kelly, who rose from poverty on Chicago's South Side to become a star singer, songwriter, and producer, faces multiple charges at the federal trial. They include 4 counts of enticement of minors for sex, one each for 4 other accusers. They too are slated to testify. Convictions in Chicago could add decades to Kelly's New York sentence, which he is appealing. With New York sentence alone, Kelly will be around 80 before qualifying for early release. Now for our final story from Cuba. Cuba appeared to make progress on Sunday, bringing under control a fire at its main oil facility that has killed 1 firefighter, drawing on help from Mexico and Venezuela to fight the raging flames. A lightning strike on Friday ignited one of 8 storage tanks at the Matanzas supertanker port 60 miles east of Havana. A second tank caught fire on Saturday, catching firefighters and others at the scene by surprise. 16 people were missing. Suzy Gonzalez, head of the Communist Party, told local reporters there are no flames at this time, only white smoke coming from the first tank hit by lightning. She said a second tank was still burning, sending up a huge column of black smoke, while a third, which on Saturday night officials feared would explode, is being cooled with water in order to maintain an adequate temperature that prevents combustion. That has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching.